Alright guys, I filmed this once already and it was like 20 minutes, so I'm going to try and speed it up this time. I forgot to change the lighting filter on my camera so everything looked yellow and a little discolored, so let's try this again. Alright, so it's been really crappy in Minnesota. It's been snowing and it's been snow raining and raining ice and just been utter horribleness. So I decided to pour resin because I was stuck inside and watching movies and cleaning the house and random stuff. So and attempting to take pictures for my Etsy because I just need to sell some stuff. I have boxes of finished stuff and half finished stuff and it's piling up, so I might end up listing it on a Store Envy because I don't really want to pay to list it. So we'll see how that goes. But here's what I got done over the last few days. Let's start with this stuff. I went out and bought some new paint because folk art paint was on sale last week at Michael's, and I wanted some pastel-y type colors for Easter, and Miss Kawaii Kenzie I've been watching her videos and I really like the pastel colors that she uses, so props to her for inspiration. And Nerdy Little Secrets, her shop, I just love her stuff. But here is what I ended up doing. So I did some monkeys in the pastel colors. So here's the pink one, and I did 2 green ones and 2 blue ones. Those guys. And I did some bats in every color too, so little mint green and pink and like a periwinkle blue. All these have glitter in them too. It's just some of the glitter didn't want to show. Ah! Okay. Alright, fine, you can fall out of my hand. We've got bunnies in every color for Easter, and I'll end up painting these too. I really like the blue color. Really like it, the blue. And then this was just some extra I had, so, and I had this mold sitting out, so. Little paw print. Alright. Speaking of paw prints, Ed Sheeran he's been like my latest obsession as far as music goes. So I did a bunch of transparencies with his paw print logo on them. So, and I did a few painted paw prints as well. So I just have a bunch of little stuff, so I'm just gonna kind of. So the orange paw print is kind of like his logo, so he has it on his guitar and on his, I think it's a gray one on his first EP, but that's kind of one of the things he's known for. So I did some orange paw prints and stuff like that. Here's a bigger one. That one's probably gonna be mine. For Valentine's Day, he did a campaign called Give Me Love, which is one of his songs. So this is the logo that he released for that, and the heart is kind of like in the bottom of the paw print. So did a few of those. Bigger one. And a lot of these backgrounds are white because the transparencies don't show up very well on anything but white or light colors. You know, like if they're a red or an orange, they have trouble showing through. If they're black, you know, it's fine. But here's another one I did. A couple more small red ones. This one. This one. I got some spangles in a trade, or like the glitter art shape, so I used a lot of that and confetti to kind of brighten stuff up. A couple more orange ones. Same thing. Kind of with a red one. Bigger orange one. And I did some painted ones too. I painted the inside of the mold. So here's some with a black background. And yeah, couple with an orange background, or orange with a white background. And I rediscovered why I stopped doing strictly glitter backgrounds. One, because they just irritate the hell out of me, because it's hard to get the glitter out of the silicone mold, even with the Bouncy Putty. But here's one that I did, and I might end up painting them white, because I hadn't done strictly glitter backgrounds in a long time, and I think I waited too long, and it didn't soak in enough to really cover the confetti that I had put in there halfway through. So there's that one. These are kind of all inspired by the Give Me Love song and campaign. So there's another one. And I had a lot of leftover One Direction stuff from a custom order I did. I did like a whole 8x10 sheet because I wasn't sure what she was looking for, and I figured, well, you know, their stuff will probably sell if I list it anyways, because everyone's so obsessed with them. Not that they're bad. I do enjoy their music. I have a soft spot for pop music, so here's just a heart attack one that I did with glitter. Another one I did with glitter. It has those like little iridescent stars in there. You can kind of see them. But once these are glazed, or that one's glazed, it'll look better. Here's another heart attack one with pink confetti. I did this one with the pastel pink that I had sitting out. Just some smaller stuff, because I just didn't want them to sit in my sticker drawer. And if anyone's interested in this stuff, just let me know. This one I kind of like. I'm really liking the spangles. I gotta get me some more. I only have these little red stars right now. Pastel blue one, because I had that laying around. And then I had some gold from a different piece that I did, so that's one. Here's the other gold thing that I did. This is Black Veil Brides. And here's some more transparencies. I really, really like this one. I was gonna do a purple type, like a light purple, but I wasn't sure if it would show up very well. And I really wanted it to pop, so it's like a little raven or a crow like peeking over a branch, but I really like it. And then I did this one. I don't know, this one might be just like a keychain or something. It's kind of thick, but those. And I attempted to do the Angel Barnes, I think is her name. She's always on Resin Addicts, and she has these cellophane backgrounds that I really liked, so I wanted to try it too. And I just didn't do them as a background, I just did the whole piece like that. But these are neon ones, and then this one's just a regular one. It's got a lot of air bubbles in that one, but first attempt, not bad. I like them. Let's do these. My grandpa had gone through some older stuff that he had taken from his mom, so my great grandma's farm, and she has had some shattered glass or like crushed glass, and people use it for like mosaic type stuff, and it looks like this. I just threw all the extra I had in one bag and mixed it, but I have like full bags and half full bags, but I just took like a few tablespoons of each color and put them in their individual cups, and then I did a couple mixed pieces and then pieces with every color. So this is the mixed stuff, and I'm willing to trade some if anybody wants some, so just comment or message me, you know, if you're interested. But here's what the colors kind of look like. This is the teal. It looks kind of blue, but it's teal. It's like a greeny color. This is the green, I'll show you. So you can kind of tell the difference. This one's the green, and then this one's the teal. And then this is the teal compared to the blue. So this one's the teal, this one's the blue. Here's the yellow. which is really yellow. They're kind of thick because I didn't want any of the glass to stick out the back. And I don't really, they're probably just going to be magnets or something because they're strictly clear, and I wanted to see how it was going to turn out. So they kind of remind me of ice cubes. This is the gold, or is it the amber? This is the amber color. And I can post photos too. They'll probably turn out better than the video, because the video has a filter on it. So this one's the amber and this one's the gold. This one's just like a brighter color. Here's the red, which I really like. Really like the red. This is orange, and the orange glass was kind of like half yellow, half orange. Like it was like light orange and dark orange, and it looked a little weird. So that's why some of these spots look a little yellowy instead of orange. But I think they all look really cool. This is the pink one. Kind of looks like pink lemonade. And then this is one they called Crystal. I think it looks like an ice cube for sure. I'm definitely not going to pour them so thick next time. I might put the glass in first, then put the resin in, so I know how much resin to put and how much the resin's going to raise, you know, versus putting it in second. They do tend to cause air bubbles though, and I didn't catch some of them, and they're on the side, but that's alright since they're just experimental pieces. This one I didn't put a background on, but this is a mixed one. You can kind of see through it. The green kind of tends to take over the whole piece, I noticed, so when I mix it next time I might not use so much green. Like this one you can really see a lot of green. I ended up putting white on the back of these two. This one doesn't have so much green in it. I think it looks like stained glass. But I have a lot of the glass, like a lot. So it's way too much for me to use in resin, so I might end up doing something else with it. I don't know. But that's that. And here's kind of the cooler stuff. Alright, I wanted to do some corsets. This one is St. Cloud Huskies inspired, because that's where I went to school, and I'm hoping to go to school again for graduate school. I turned in my application on the February 27th. They were due March 1st. That's all I know. I know I got it in before. But this is all nail polish except the black. I poured the black. So I ended up putting white behind this shimmer. I did 3 coats of this like a champagne color white shimmer, and it just wasn't, like if I would have put the black in, it would have turned out gray. So I put white paint behind it, and I gobbed it in a few spots. So I might end up going back over it with red in some places, but I think it looks really good. It's gonna go on my backpack as a keychain. And I wanted to do an Alice in Wonderland one. Miss Trinity, I think her name is, on YouTube, and I think she's on Resin Addicts too. But she put like little roses up in this corner and a little clock down here. I'm probably not gonna go that far, but I just, you know, I wanted to do an Alice in Wonderland one. And I like the way the black pops. I really like it. But this was the third one I did. The second one I didn't have a regular like shimmery or blue color, if you want to say that, like a, you know, an Alice in Wonderland type blue. I had like a dark navy blue and a marine blue, but I didn't have that color. I had it in a shatter. So what I did was I didn't put the clear nail polish first, thinking that it would just turn out like regular, and it did, but where it pooled, you know, like down here, because if you have the mold like this and you're painting, it pooled like right about here, and it cracked a little bit, and I thought, well, that looks kind of cool. It looks kind of like it's like a zombified or something like that. So I left it, and I didn't realize before I poured that it had peeled away from the mold. So this is what it ended up looking like. I did that champagne color again when I did this one, but I think I'm gonna salvage it because you know, where the crack was away from the mold, the resin seeped in and went under the color. So I think I'm going to turn it into like a zombified Alice in Wonderland. I have the video game Alice Returns to Madness, I think it's called. And, you know, it's kind of like a creepy game, but it's not scary. It's just, it's a more like horrified version of Alice in Wonderland. And Tim Burton-esque, if you will. And I think I'm gonna paint around the holes with this teal color, and then put like little blood drops and stuff in here and into the holes, and then maybe hang a little clay Vorpal knife, which is what she uses in the game, and maybe a little clock from down here, because you could use the clock in the game to slow down time. So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna try and salvage it because it still looks cool. It needs a little fixing. It needs a little love, if you will. So those ones. I did a couple, since I had finally a pastel pink paint, I did a cancer ribbon where I painted the inside the mold, and then this one I have to paint because it was just extra. I painted the banner here with a gold nail polish and just poured this heart black. I think it turned out really nice. Like it. And I really was hating winter when I was pouring, so I had this clear layer with the spider webs and the rest in peace letter stickers in there, but I didn't know what I was gonna do with it, so I put some frost glitter in there, and then I poured it white, so it's kind of like an homage to I want winter to go away right now. There's too much snow for my liking. Okay, and then this is gonna be 20 minutes anyway, even though it's more organized than the last one. I did I like doing larger stuff as magnets, but this one's gonna be either a pin or a zipper pull for my backpack. And this is Ed Sheeran as well. A lyric from one of his songs. I really, really liked this one, and then I must have gotten a piece of, you know, like your dried paint that gets around the nozzle of the tube in there, and it put this big mark there, so I might end up putting a gem or something there to cover that up, and then it'll be good. This one I had around, this transparency I had around for a while, and I just loved it, and I really wanted to use it, so I did. It's probably just going to be a magnet for my fridge. She just posted her first update, resin reveal, on Resin Addicts, and like she linked it her YouTube. And I asked her where she got her mold for the bigger circles that she did, and she said she used the flip side of the coaster, like the really thin part. So I flipped over my coaster and my bangles, you know, so that little thin circles on the top. And I ended up doing a couple of these. So this is one that I did. I originally printed these to fit in this small one, and I thought they would, but there's no way they would have. My measurements were a little off when I printed them, but this is cool because they fit in these ones. And then this one has some iridescent stars of all sizes in there, and then I put a Perlex background on it. So that is everything. I'll probably post some pictures too on the Resin Addicts thing once I get the pictures taken, but that's all for now, guys. Bye.